Look at these animals. What are they doing? These animals, they're not searching for food. They're not trying to survive. No, these animals that are called Homo sapiens, they do something very weird that I think we have not seen anywhere else in the animal realm. That is, these Homo sapiens, they go on holiday, they go on vacation. Why the heck would I do that? Really, why? Because does that really have any evolutionary value? Well, possibly it does. Because we know that from variation, and by varying our surroundings, we can learn what's the best place to survive. That's a principle that Darwin has found out already centuries ago, and that is a way that helps our survival to see new places, go at new places. And also we, as human beings, we have an extra part of the brain that's called the neocortex. That's the frontal part and the side parts that has grown over all the parts of the brain that we share with animals. And particularly these parts of the brain that make us fantasize, that makes us see possibilities that animals cannot see. That is also why we have built civilizations, cultures, and why we are so much better in surviving than animals. But these parts, they can get bored. Because where we get stuck in our rituals, where we get stuck in our habits of daily life, then we cannot see that anymore. And I think that we need vacations. We need vacations to satisfy our needs for change, our evolutionary drive for experiencing different surroundings. And also to relax. Because that is helpful for survival, to have periods that we are not stressed, that we try to defocus from our work, that we try to de-reflect and not be really totally stuck in our thoughts and our patterns, but just experience. And then the question is, to which extent are we actually still going on holiday for these reasons? Or have holidays just become a way of quick entertainment, of a quick plaster or a quick bandage that we put over big wounds that are there in a daily life? Should we actually not try to change a daily life? Should we actually not really move somewhere else? Should we not totally change our lives, everything? Have a think. Why do you go on holiday? How does that help your survival? Have a think. When was the last time that you went on holiday? And why did you go? And what kind of feelings does it give to you? But I think, from an existential perspective, people go on vacation because they really like to experience something new, something that breaks their daily routine and their kind of boredom from daily life. And also it really gives you a sense of adventure, like seeing and going places that you usually do not see or experience. So what vacation often is about? Vacation is often about seeing all the possibilities there are. It's distracting ourselves from our daily lives and the boredom that can be there. So what vacation does to us in an experiential way, it reminds us of the potentiality that we have in life, that there's so much more possible than only our daily life, the routines, the things that we're stuck in. I can see that here around me. There are many people coming here, and I'm here in Arizona. And it's some of the most beautiful places you can imagine. However, what you see is actually most of the people come here by big tour buses. And people walk around here with selfie sticks and with the cameras. It's almost trying to control the uncontrollable. And so actually the possibilities that we can be reminded of are actually brought back into control. It almost seems as if the adventure, as if the unknown, as if that is too dangerous for people, because we need to capture it, we need to know it, we need to go to all the places where everyone else goes. Because if you don't go there, then you've not really been there. You must go here, you must see this, you must see that. However, the essence of a meaningful holiday that will really kind of reignite you, that will re-energize you. Those places are the places, the experiences that you cannot capture totally with a selfie. What a selfie does, it makes actually like any experience into something controllable, into something that can be reduced and summarized to a picture. Seen that, done that, cut a t-shirt. But the question is also very much, what does vacation actually do? Vacation helps us to be able to stay in our daily lives and to continue with our daily lives. And we just do our jobs, although we may totally dislike it or hate it. We continue because we think, well, we have a holiday and that compensates for it. And we're not really changing our daily lives. So it's almost like a placebo. It is a distraction. Already in the early Roman time, there were people who were saying, well, the people need bread and circuses, panem et circenses. That is, we need to distract people to make sure that they are happy. But we should not really change their lives, make their daily lives more meaningful. So the question is, what's going on with modern tourism? Is modern tourism truly meaningful? Is the way how you're going on holiday, is it truly meaningful? What would a truly meaningful holiday mean for you? Have a think about that. And also have a think about how can holidays distract you from actually changing your life and creating your life into something better. And changing your life into something more meaningful. Making those changes that you need. And not only having those meaningful moments only like a couple of days per year when you're on holiday, but really live a meaningful life, every second of your life, and not only in those couple of seconds that you are on holiday. How can you do that? So I invite you to really think for the next time that you're going on holiday, how can that really help you to remind you of all the options you have in life? How can this remind you actually of something more meaningful, having that sense of awe and experiencing that we're part of something bigger. Have a think about that. Just look behind me. How many cameras can you count? How many selfie sticks are there? Are you still enjoying when you just make pictures? Are you still enjoying when you in a narcissistic way put yourself in the picture? Can you exist without a picture of you being made? Can you really experience something authentically? Can you still experience nature without you being in it? I think that is a big question of our time. And let's have a think about that. Let's have a think. How can we really experience nature, nice places like here, without necessarily being us in the picture? Because we can make all those pictures at home for myself all the time. I click, therefore I exist. Is that the only thing? Is that the only motto of nowadays? Is that all that human life, that our potential is reduced to? One of the main reasons why people go on holiday is to have other experience, to distract themselves and to really experience something nice. However, our obsession with cameras, with being theoretical and being abstract and distant and cold behind the camera, that actually makes you disconnect from nature, from your experiences. It makes you actually experience nature less. And you will need more and more holidays because you're less in the moment and you're more and more behind your camera. So this is how an addiction to holidays is actually created. And I would recognize, and I would actually advise you to just sit somewhere, leave your camera at home, and just sit and just experience and see the difference. For thousands of years, people have been going on pilgrimages. A pilgrimage is a way how people can transform themselves. The sense of self totally changes. However, nowadays, pilgrimages are not that popular anymore, and it has evolved into tourism. And what you can see behind me is a big line of tourists just coming out of the tourist buses. They'll see a little bit of nature for like 50 minutes. What transformation is going on there? Is there any transformation? And is that what you want? Or is it actually like something that we're afraid of nowadays? So how can we reintroduce pilgrimages? And that can be totally atheist pilgrimages, non-really secular pilgrimages. But we need that, those moments that we can transform.